have news for you guys before this video starts. I've made it much easier to order these IgnitionTube snapbacks. All you have to do is go to squareup.com/store/IgnitionTube. Links in the description. They're $25 shipped in the US. Perfect. Let's get on with the video. In today's video, I just kind of wanted to talk about things that I've discovered that are kind of quirky about the car. Some things you find out as soon as you buy the car or as soon as you ride in one. Other things are more subtle, things that I've learned over my period of ownership. So let's get into it. Now the first quirky thing about the GTI, and this may be all Volkswagen products actually, and I'm pretty sure it is, this key is actually not unique to the car. A lot of old cars used to have like a different cut, and it used to be that, you know, that cut key started the car. These keys are all the same for all the GTIs, probably all Volkswagen products. And what keeps them different is the immobilizer chip in them. So your key will actually, your Volkswagen key, if you have one of these, will actually go into the door of another GTI or other Volkswagen. Don't try it unless it's your friend's car, please. And into the ignition, but you won't be able to turn the ignition, you won't be able to unlock the car because of the little immobilizer chip in that. So I think that's kind of quirky because, like, you would think that keys would be unique to the car. Another thing about the keys is that they all run on the same frequency. So if you want to do something like hold the lock button or hold the unlock button to roll your windows down, which, you know, if I hold the unlock button, the window goes down. Can you see that? And if I hold the lock button, the window goes back up. Exactly like that. So if you're doing that, hello? If you're trying to hold the lock button to make your windows go up or hold the unlock button to make the windows go down, and someone else presses their lock or unlock button on their Volkswagen, the signals are actually on the same frequency and it kills it. So if you ever want to mess with your friends, now between you and me, if you ever want to mess with your friends who can also do the windows up and down with their key, when they're trying to put their windows down, hit your lock or unlock button and it'll totally cut the frequency and the windows will just stop about halfway down. It's pretty funny. That's just kind of two quirky things about the key. Now let's get into the actual car. Something that a lot of GTI owners actually may not know at all is that the wipers don't lift up. You can't clear that. It hits right there. So a lot of people don't know how to lift up the wipers on a GTI, which is great because if you have friends like mine, you come out to the parking lot after a day of work or whatever and your wipers are up. But on this car, they can't do that. Now you may be wondering, how do you put the wipers up? Well, it's kind of a process actually. Not really though, it's not too bad. So you get in the car, don't sit on your sunglasses because that's bad. Get in the car, take the key, turn it to the on position. Then you just, it's in the on position, then you just turn it off, and all it takes is one push down on the wiper switch. And the wipers will stop up there. Now you can take your key out, go out of your car, and now you can put the wipers up. So I see a lot of people in the winter posting on Volkswagen forums and stuff like that. How do you lift the wipers up? It's kind of a quirky thing. I haven't seen other brands do that besides Volkswagen products. Nice if you have smart friends that think they're really funny, but just a little quirky thing that I've learned over my ownership. So another quirky thing that I just figured out in the past year has to do with the satellite radio. Oh, and by the way, to reset the wipers, all you do is you turn the key on, then you just pull the down thing again and they'll go away. Another thing about the GTI, and I may be the only person that even listens to satellite radio anymore or pays for Sirius, but you turn the radio on and you're listening to FM radio. If you click on satellite radio, it takes a while. It's kind of just chilling, and then the music comes on. Now, I've learned kind of a little hack to speed that time up. If you're listening to FM radio and you switch to satellite and you just touch the volume knob once, it immediately comes on. Pretty cool. So watch this, ready? Turn the volume back on. FM radio, satellite radio with no volume knob touch. FM radio, satellite radio, immediately on. All it takes is a little twist of that volume. And yes, I really like country music, especially Jason Aldean's new album. Been listening to that a lot. Great album. And the last quirky thing has come to be a Volkswagen staple with the GTIs. It's kind of something that, you know, once you own a Volkswagen product, you know exactly what to do. But it's really fun when you have friends who've never driven a Volkswagen before. They come around back of the car and they say, "How do you open the trunk?" is there's no button down there to open it with. And you know, what do I do? What do I, you know, it doesn't open. Now, if you don't own a Volkswagen, you're gonna, you know, you probably don't know what to do. If you own a GTI, this is like common sense. It's the first thing that you try. But it's cool when you have friends who don't really know how to open the trunk of your car. Come around back and you just go, hit the logo, pop it open. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in the trunk. But a lot of people think that's really cool, and that impresses a lot of people who aren't car people, that you just kind of pop the logo in. So those are just some quirky things that I've learned over my period of ownership with this car. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have quirky things that you know about the GTI that maybe I don't know about, it'd be really cool to hear about them. Or if you don't own a GTI and you own a different kind of car, quirky things about those would be cool. You know, maybe you have to turn the key on and off and on and off and on and off and then press a button 4 times to turn off traction control or something like that. Comment below, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take it easy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So, another thing, I don't want radar. I'm not driving anywhere. Bye-bye.